Good evening, folks, and welcome to another Ugly Dog Lures challenge. So tonight I've been challenged with something that's going to be completely new to me: fan art. I didn't even know what fan art was until my wife told me. So what I've been challenged with, and this is going to be the Donny challenge, is to paint a vintage Dallas Cowboy football helmet on a lure. So, you know what? I cut me a stencil. See there, folks? I got me a little star on that stencil. We could have stickered it, we could have started, we could have went either way, but yeah, I went that way. I've already primed this lure with the white, the metallic white, exact is what it is on this one. And I've already mixed my blue paint up. So let's get a stencil on here and get us a star put on it and get this party started and see what I can come up with when I'm done. Don't blame me if it can't catch no fish, because it's a Dallas Cowboys. So, you know, they can't catch nothing. So, ooh. I only said that, folks, because my wife's a Dallas Cowboy fan. And I'm not a fan of any kind of sports like that. I'm more of a redneck, go to the woods type guy than I am to watch sports like that. So what we're going to do, folks, is I laid this paper up here to stop any splatter from coming back on the bait. I got to get this thing just exactly where I want it here. I'm going to have to do a little finagling around there. Okay, here we go. Blue star. Well, there's one blue star, and I'll take care of that little bit of overspray right there in a minute. So let's go see if we can get this other star on this other side done. So let's turn that thing around here, kind of get it where we want it. I think that's going to be about right there. Taking right that other side blue too. Well, there's two stars on it, folks. Not bad for a hand cut stencil. So we're going to let this dry a minute and then we'll finish it up. Okay, folks, the next step in this little thing is I've got to paint the blue stripe right down the back of this bait. So I'm going to tape this bait off. To get my blue stripe down it. For the stripe on the helmet. Something kind of about like that right there. Now I don't want to take that tape, and I don't want to run that tape down. I just want to catch it right on the edge is all I want to do. Just right on the edge. So that's pretty good right there. So let's clean our brush out and move on to the next step in this process, which will be to paint that blue stripe, and then we'll put eyes on it and epoxy it and call it good. So, because like I said earlier, this is my first bait. to do this too, so I'm learning on it, just like y'all learn every day. So what I'm doing right now is a learning. Let's get our blue paint. We got our brush all cleaned out, so it ain't gonna take much. Quit catching up there, buddy. And just run that blue stripe right down that bait. And we'll heat set it. Pull our tape off. And there's our blue stripe. Right down the middle of the vintage Dallas Cowboy football helmet. So now on to the next step. That bait's all good and dry already, so let's put some eyes on it. How about silver? Is everybody good with a silver eye? Or would you rather have red eye? Would you rather have one of these crazy eyes?
Put the blue eyes in it.
The blue eyes. I don't know if I have blue eyes in that size, so let me look. That's not a eye that I use very often, but I'll check it out and see. I've got some gold ones in that size.
I'm just use the silver one.
I've got this blue.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get that bad boy off of there. Clean that bait over and put that blue eye right in there. Well, that's just fine as frog hair and just almost as perfect. So there we go, folks. That's my version. Uh-oh, I dropped the eye. Where did it go? Which way did he go, Bob? Which way did he go? I swear to God, that eye just disappeared.
Isn't it good to stand?
No, it just went away. Don't matter. I got thousands of them over here. So, grab us another one. Stick it in there. There we go, folks. What do y'all think about that? Vintage Dallas Cowboy football helmet. My first shot at it, I think it looks pretty awesome. So now on to the next step of this process. Okay, folks, now on to the next step in this process, which is a Waterslide sticker that goes on the bottom of the bait, and it's got my logo on it. And this is a brand new thing. I just figured out how all this works. So I got me some Waterslide stickers, and I'll stick it in the water for about 15 or 20 seconds, pull it out, and it goes on the bottom of the bait right there. I think I left it in the water too long. Okay, folks, we're going to pull this Waterslide out of here. And we're going to slide it off, just like that right there. We're going to put it down here on the bottom of this bait, right behind that eye hook, and smooth it out. There we go. So now, the next step in this process is we're going to let this dry for a few minutes, and then we're going to epoxy it. So I'll get everything ready for the epoxy. We're going to use 1 cc of each. As soon as that stuff runs down, that should be about a cc. Now I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm only going to glitter the blue stripe on the back. The rest of it's going to be regular. regular old straight epoxy. So there's 1 cc of the epoxy. Now let's get 1 cc of the hardener. I got just a hair bit more hardener on that than I did the epoxy, so I added just a hair. So now we're going to mix it up. Really good. And Batman, we're gonna get our surgical pliers there, and we're gonna start on this belly and work our way up on this particular bait. I don't want to get up into the blue. Just want to get right down beside it. Make sure you work it in around that eye good. Down that belly. Get a little bit in that mouth. Do the same on this other side. Like that right there. Get up underneath that throat good. And just keep on drucking on it. Well, that's looking pretty good there, folks. Now, we got both of those sides epoxy. Let's add a little bit of this blue in there. Mix it just a little bit, and then we'll finish that top piece out. I don't want a whole lot of glitter on the sides of that bait, so we're just going to go down through here and paint that top with a little bit of glitter. If it gets just a little bit on the side, that's okay too. There you go, folks. Well, that's the Donny challenge. Vintage Dallas Cowboy football helmet. I think it turned out pretty good for my first shot at it. So folks, we'll be back. We're going to put this thing on the rack to dry overnight, and we'll be back to show you the finished product tomorrow morning. Y'all have a blessed evening. Hello folks, how's y'all's afternoon going? Well, we got the Donny challenge finished up, and I pulled it off the rack, and Donny didn't want a lure. He wanted a keychain, and he wanted a vintage fan art Dallas Cowboy football helmet. So let me show you what I came up with, because I went on the internet and researched Dallas Cowboy old football helmets, and I come up with one that had it's white, has a blue star and a blue line down the middle of it. So that's what I painted for him. It's vintage, it's old like me, you know. But this is what we came up with, folks. Look at that. You can see that. That's pretty awesome. Got our logo under here for Donny, so he can find our website. So this is what I came up with: vintage Dallas Cowboy football helmet keychain. So that was a very fun paint to do. I'm excited for the next paint. Somebody needs to jump on there and give me some colors, what they want to see, and we'll go from there, folks. Y'all have a blessed week, and I'll catch you later.